just one of those things where I really wanted to go to Stanford. It was right across the street from my high school, and so I pretty much idolized Stanford players growing up. And you know, I really wanted to go, but actually my parents were kind of telling me they don't think I should go because I wasn't getting a scholarship. And so they're saying the coach probably doesn't really want you to play there that much. And so I remember praying about it for probably 6 months during the recruiting process, and one morning I found out that the Stanford coach was lying about pretty much everything that he had been telling me. And so at that point, that's when I decided to go and play for Harvard. And for me, I didn't want to go to Harvard. Actually, that was like my last option. But God closed all the other doors and made it very, very clear that he wanted me to go there. And so looking back, I can see why, and I'm very thankful that I had never gone to Stanford or any other Pac-10 school.
你有觉得上帝有在带你一条路吗？
Definitely. I felt like that my whole life. Once that happened, I knew that God had been preparing me for this, and it's just one of those feelings inside of me where I know that this is what God wants for me right now. This is what He's calling me to.
其实很多人在比如说没有被选上啊，或者说失败的时候，会觉得说我不行了，算了，我就放弃了。是什么样的动力让你一直觉得说，你虽然会觉得 upset， 虽然会觉得 angry， 可是你还是会觉得你要一直去 try。
There's a lot of Bible verses, but my favorite one is Romans 5:3-5, and it talks a lot about suffering, and it talks about how suffering produces, character and perseverance, and so for me, when I get knocked down, I really try to get back up and go at it again. And I don't like to give up, and I'm pretty stubborn. So, the Bible talks a lot about how God takes bad situations and tough situations, and He teaches us, and He uses those times of suffering to draw us closer to Him. And so that's what I try to focus on during those times.
打进 NBA 已经很不容易了，但是其实因为你是 Harvard graduate， 所以其实你刚进 NBA 的时候，上场的机会并不是那么的多，会不会让你觉得很 confused？
Yeah, there were definitely times this past season where I would just sit down after a game and just pray and ask God, what is this purpose? Why am I here right now? And so I definitely had a lot of wrestling with God, and He had to humble me and really teach me this past year. And it was easily the toughest year of my life. And so, but I also spent the most time with God this year than in any other year. And so I can say that through everything, through all the tough times, He was with me every step of the way, and He was carrying me a lot of the times when I wanted to give up. For me, it's just there's a peace inside of me. When I know God is with me, there's just a peace inside of me where even though things are going wrong, I sit there and I can still wake up and smile and be okay with everything, and just to be happy, and so that's how I see it. I know the Bible talks a lot about blessings, but God never really promises everyone to get their dream job or for everyone to be wealthy. The only thing He promises when He talks about blessings and being faithful is He talks about that peace and that joy that He gives you. And so when I have that peace, I know that comes from God.